Hello everyone, and welcome to this week's video. So we did all age groups these past couple weeks. We did literally from womb to 12 years old, right? So now this week we're going to be talking about sugar and the benefits of reducing sugar in a child's diet. And I'm going to be answering the most frequently asked questions that I get asked about children and sugar, okay? So let's get right down to this video. Okay, so let's get right to this. What is sugar in general? What is sugar? So sugar is a carbohydrate that adds sweetness to your food. So this could be in the form of white sugar, brown sugar, raw sugar, honey, maple syrup, corn syrup, all that kind of things. There's actually 56 different names for sugar, and I actually have a list for parents that they can look for on the back of their food on my app, absolutely free, that you can just download. So if you want to check out my app, hit the link below in the comments. Okay. Basically it's added to a whole bunch of stuff. So it's added to food like desserts in the grocery store. It's added to like pops and breakfast things, energy drinks, yogurt, fruit drinks, even chocolate milk is added to it. But sugar is not totally bad for you. It comes naturally in some food like fruits and vegetables, which are also jam-packed full of minerals and vitamins, and is really good for you. Okay. Now, are all sugars the same? Yes, actually, all sugars are the same. Raw sugar and honey, for example, are not more nutritious than white sugar, okay? All sugars, whether they're naturally found in food or added to food, are digested the same way in your body. Okay, it is best to choose foods with naturally occurring sugars, though, like fruit and vegetables, because they have more nutritional value to your diet. So they have lots of minerals and vitamins in with the sugar as well, okay? Opposed to, let's say, a store-bought cookie, right? Or even literally anything that's store-bought. So like goldfish crackers, wheat thins, stuff like that, right? You just want to kind of like look if the sugar is added to the food opposed to it being naturally in, okay? Just because normally when it's naturally in, it's a natural food. It's made naturally, it is grown, and it has so much more nutrition in that food than something that's processed, okay? Does too much sugar cause health problems in children? It can. Food and drinks that are high in added sugar and extra calories have fewer nutrients. So that's again like the cookies from the store, the pop, the chips, the crackers, even some pastas. You gotta look at the back of it, okay? Too many sugary foods and sweet drinks, like orange juice, apple juice, it's all added to it, right? Can make the children feel full and less hungry. So they're not going to actually eat their nutrients. They're going to be drinking a sugary drink, which makes them full, and then they just get a whole bunch of sugar and not that much nutrients. Does that make sense? Okay. Sugar is often blamed for behavior problems, which, yes, not the cause of them, okay, in behavior problems like autism or ADHD or ADD. They're not caused by sugar, but sugar can enhance them. Does that make sense? Okay. It's just because they're not having the proper nutrients in their diet when they have a high sugar diet to actually have their body function properly. So their symptoms go up a little bit because their brain may not be working as cannot focus as much because of the sugar, because it doesn't have that nutrients to actually make your brain focus. Does that make sense? So a lot of the questions that I get, should I limit the amount of sugar my children have? Okay. And yes, you should. You should limit the food and drinks that are high in sugar. Children can enjoy sweet foods and beverages in small amounts. Okay, is very important to have like a variety of food for your kids, right? So, for example, for my girls, we are a sugar-free family, but it's an added sugar, so we don't eat added sugar. Okay, we if they make girls want like pancakes, cookies, waffles, bread, anything like that, I make it from home. You're like, whoa, okay, you're making everything from home. It takes practice, it takes time, and that's why I teach my clients, you change one thing in your house, okay, and you just change that one thing until you're used to that one thing, and it comes like just secondhand to you. Then you change another thing. Okay, I didn't all of a sudden just start over and just like, okay, I'm gonna make pasta from scratch, I'm gonna make all this bread, I did not do that. Okay. I started with one thing and I gradually added to it, and we've been sugar free for 6 years, so I have been able to add a lot to my routine and my lifestyle, and I started growing my own food, which has helped a lot with just our kids learning about food and where it comes from, because they're seeing it in their garden, right? So just little things like that, just change one thing. The one thing of the week could be you just no longer buy store-bought cookies and you make them from home, because one, you can add a sweetener to them rather than sugar, or you can literally limit the amount of sugar you put in there, or you can start using natural sugars to sweeten it up, or you can use fruit to sweeten it up. You can start having more control of the sugar, and that's the focus here, is to have more control of the sugar that you're actually putting into your body. Okay, and just like trying slowly to reduce it. Okay, it's just reducing it, becoming a little bit more healthier, teaching your kids about food. That's the goal here, right? Okay, so what are some healthy food and drinks alternatives? Okay, so here is some of the alternatives that you can try for, let's just say, like pop, fruit punch, sports drinks, that sort of thing, if your child likes that. Okay, for one, you can just have water and add flavor to it. They like President's Choice at the store has a ton of like sugar-free juices, all different flavors. Okay, you can even get a sugar-free Gatorade. It's not Gatorade, it's like called like Minute or something like that in the little shot glass. You can get lemonade like that. You can even get a couple pop flavors like that. But if your child really likes pop, the best solution I have is Zevia. Okay, it's a carbonated water that is literally flavored like every kind of pop that you can think of. There's orange crush, there's grape crush, there's cream soda, there's root beer, there's ginger ale, there's 7-Up, there's Dr. Pepper, there's Coke. Like, they have all of it. Okay, so if your child really is like, I like carbonated drinks, I like pop, that would be like the first switch I would do, is definitely going from Zevia to like pop to Zevia. Okay, and you can find them at your superstore. You can find them on Amazon. Amazon actually has some like kids flavors ones that's like strawberry pineapple, and it's like really cool. I think they were kind of like trying to do like the Fruitopia kind of flavors for the kids in their Zevia. So try that first. The next one is so milk and yogurt. What you can do is now switch it to an unsweetened like milk. So like you can do coconut milk, almond milk, cashew milk, soy milk, unsweetened. Okay. Or you can just reduce the amount of milk that you have if you're doing the just milk. Because I know if anyone grew up in the 90s and the 80s, okay, hello, late 80s, early 90s here. You got the Got Milk commercials, right? Got Milk, the drinking, the mustache, it was all the rave, right? So everyone started drinking milk. Milk is not actually as good for you as you may think. You can actually get more calcium in your diet if you had a cup of kale rather than a cup of milk, okay? So it was just marketed that way So just reducing it could be awesome. And homemade smoothies made with milk or yogurt or fruit. So you want to get like a Greek yogurt. Greek yogurt is sugar free when you're making your smoothies. And with milk, try and do the unsweetened, like coconut milk, almond milk, soy milk, cashew milk, anything like that. That is really good for you. Okay. Stuff like that, okay? Sugary cereals and flavored oatmeal, okay? So plain cereals, you can get that at the store. It doesn't have any sugar in it. But then you can add like berries or bananas to it. It kind of gives it that sweetness or flavor to it. You can also make your homemade, like make homemade cereal, which is, I have a pancake cereal that's actually like a cinnamon pancake on my app because I have over 200 recipe sugar. I have over 200 family-oriented sugar-free recipes on there, so you can make yourself a pancake one. I got Reese's Puffs, all sugar-free cereal that you can make from scratch. I got Cinnamon Toast Crunch on there. So there's a ton of different cereal recipes that you can do. And again, this is not to like make everything from scratch. This is to start with one thing, do it until it's second hand, and then do another one, and just gradually reduce your sugar, okay? So there's not a lot of pressure on you, and the kids are gonna be like, this is different, and you don't want too much of a fight with them, right? Okay, so like packaged cookies, again, like you could start making them from scratch, okay? Making them from scratch is 10 times better than any packaged cookies. Plus it tastes better, guys. It tastes better, okay? Fruit gummies, chewies, and roll-ups, okay? Like this, you can add like fruit to yogurt. You can dry your own fruit in your air fryer. I wouldn't buy dry fruit at the store because it's actually coated in corn syrup or some kind of syrup, sugary syrup, just so it preserves better. Just so you're aware, if you didn't know that, dried fruit is actually coated in sugar. But you can also make your own gummies from home, which is like you can just get Jello, okay, or gelatin, and then you can flavor it whatever flavor President's Choice juice you want or anything like that. Like you can just put like sugar-free flavored juice, like for flavoring for water in it, and you can get all these different flavors. Or you can blend up some fruit and get some fruit with some gelatin in there, and it's like a fruit, like little jelly thing. My girls love that stuff. So you can try different things like that. I actually have about four recipes of different gummies and different flavors, all on my app as well, in that 200 thing, okay? 200 recipe area, all right? Now, I get asked a lot, like, how do I help my kids become less, like, to eat less sugar, okay? And really, it's just to get them in the kitchen. It's to get them involved with food, and talking about food is the biggest thing, okay? You need to talk to your child about food. If they don't want to try something, you need to have a conversation going, why don't they want to try it? Like, really get into the deep end of what is going on with their food and how they're eating and what they want to eat. For my 5-year-old, soon to be 6-year-old, she has high function autism, okay? So to get her to try new food was like near impossible when we first started doing this, okay? And getting her into the kitchen, getting her making the things, getting her to add the ingredients in there, seeing everything go together, like literally her in the kitchen all the time, talking about food, why she didn't like this certain food. It really got her into eating, like she eats so much now. And she likes being more plant-based because she didn't like the sound of chewing in her mouth. And that could have been something that your kid just didn't like. She doesn't like the sound of chewing, so the meat's a little bit more rougher to chew and everything. Like pork chops, don't even give my kid pork chops. She'll like freak out because of the sound of the chewing, okay? So just learning something that's simple like that. They didn't like the sound of the chewing of that particular piece of food they put in their mouth. It can go so far, right? Now, that's basically all I got for you today, is basically just trying out these things, doing one thing at a time, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself, all right? And if you would like some help, download the app. You can contact me instantly in the app, okay? Because there's like a little chat and community on there. But I also have the 56 sugar names for the back labels, just to help you out, just to start going through some of the stuff that you actually eat right now, right? I have all the recipes, so you can just slowly start turning into a little bit like reduced sugar, right? I also have literally a 14-day and it's actionable tips that you can just start doing to start reducing your sugar, all on there. And then you can also, I also have a course where you can grow your own food from $0, not buying any soil or seeds, anything like that. I show you how to start growing an indoor garden, an outdoor garden. Doesn't matter if you live in an apartment. I show you how you can do that too. And it's all for free. So hit the link below and I'll see you guys in my app and next week on here. Bye guys.